Hello and welcome back. We took a week off, but we have so much to talk about. You've made it to the Dark Brew podcast. I am, of course, the Brew Crew,
Hey, I'm Darkside.
and we have a lot to talk about, like I said. So let's just get right into it. Here we go.
Woo!
Dark brew, dark brew, dark and brew crew. The podcast.
Need to add some more to that song.
Take
Trumpets.
a nice long rip during it. Yeah, make it a little longer.
Harpsichord.
I like a little brass.
Brew just held in the smoke for the whole intro theme music. It was
It's like holding your breath through a tunnel. You ever done that? Your parents ever done that to you as you're on a road trip? If you can hold your breath through the whole tunnel, you get good luck for a year.
Absolutely. There's a big tunnnel on I-10, I-10 runs right through my city. All the way from Florida to California, and there's a huge tunnel right near the battleship that every once in a while I'll still do it unless there's traffic. It's a long tunnel.
We have the turnpike up here. And on the turnpike, you go through a couple mountains. And there's, I think, like 4 tunnels between where I am and Pittsburgh, for example. As you just cut through mountain after mountain.
Wow, that's coal mining territory.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, listeners, we're back. Thank you for bearing with us last week. Took a week off. And we're back. So much stuff to talk about. You want to talk in-game or out-of-game first, Stark?
You know what? Let's do out of game. Let's leave the listeners wanting
Excellent choice.
something.
Well, first off, have you been playing anything outside of the game lately?
I have been playing the shit out of the game's 2 years old, but I didn't get into it right away. Like I do with a lot of games. I wait and bide my time. And sure enough, Felonious benefactor was like, dude, it's on sale, and he bought it for me. It was like $15. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, man. And then I got right into it, and I love that game. It's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Oh,
Man, I passed, like, him and Red have had the game for a while, and I've already passed their XP levels.
is it a FPS?
So
Tell me about it.
It's a third-person open-world tactical shooter where you have like a squad with you, and they have NPC squad if you don't have squad mates, and you go around doing missions like a covert Ranger, Navy SEAL, Special Forces kind of dude, and you have all kinds of guns that you rank up, and
Ooh.
you're doing covert stuff, and you can choose to go first person when you're aiming, right?
Okay.
So it's all of it, but it's cover, cover, all that. You can have planes, parachute down. It's covert, spec ops, night vision.
Is it a slow-paced game? Like, is it slow and steady? You pick apart a base?
The world is so huge, dude, and you can go anywhere and just level up your tune doing this and that, or you can go do missions. The mission system in the game, it's interesting because there's the main storyline. It's not that. There's chapters that they've released too. It's got a bunch of DLC. There's different world parameters. There's a Terminator world parameter where you can set the world to have Terminators, like from the movie, in the world. They've tied it into the story and the technological component of drones and everything.
Okay.
And this company working with whatever, so it works. And it's just it reminds me of old SOCOM, Navy SEALs, where you kind of did the same thing, just more. It's a beautiful game. It really sucked me in, and I'm still grinding it, man. A lot of fun.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
I stayed up with Red and Felonious till like 3 or 4 in the morning this morning, doing just going around killing people together. It was great. What about you? What have you been doing?
So I've been playing Fortnite actually a decent bit because Fortnite had a big chapter release as well. Their newest update, newest season, I believe it's called in Fortnite.
Yeah, you said it's radical, the radical change. Explain.
So Fortnite has always been synonymous with building, right?
Yeah.
Well, they disabled it now. No building currently in Fortnite.
That might make me play it.
Huge change to the game.
That is big because that's what it.
Now, I'm
That's the
sure
premise
buildings
that was.
coming back, part of their story is like it was disabled because of what's currently happening in their story of the, I'll call it their universe, their world.
They ran out of mortar in their
A
universe.
technology took it away or something. That part I'm not
Okay.
super familiar about because I haven't played like religiously through the game and all the cutscenes and stuff.
You don't know all the lore,
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
I play it to kill people.
Yeah.
Kids, specifically. I play it to kill kids.
Yeah.
And I treat anybody I come across as a child. You just
You
assume.
just like, yeah, you just kill everybody and they're all kids and you love them. Kid killer brew.
But that used to be my biggest gripe with the game, is that some people have gained the skill to build so fast and so much that I don't stand a chance.
Matched a little bit with that.
Building truly
component.
changed the dynamic of the fight to the point where like they're gonna build over me, then to me, and then edit a piece of wall so quickly and shoot me that I don't know how to defend against it, and I don't care to.
Now, can I ask you a question? Do they integrate mouse and keyboard for consoles for Fortnite?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about
That
for
would-
console.
That would explain the real good ones on. Do you play it on console or PC?
I play on console, but it is cross-platform.
Oh yeah, well the PC guys are always gonna have advantage unless they've integrated that because that's doing the hotkeys and everything, you know, like Ninja over there.
I was actually watching them today. Ninja, a guy I follow called Tim the Tapman, plays with
I've
Dr.
heard, yeah.
Disrespect every now and again.
Yeah,
cool
he's on
guys.
Twitch. He's always got like thousands of people watching him.
Good times. But yeah, so like I've been having a good time with some buddies playing Fortnite. Like it's truly like I feel like I stand a chance because I've always the cartoonish is like fun. It's pleasing on the eyes. It's I'm looking for colorful cartoon violence, so to speak.
Fun atmosphere game. Like even
Yeah.
it's tongue in cheek a little bit of the some.
They
of the
got,
weapons.
obviously characters you recognize, which is fun now. Like a vast array of them. There's all kinds of emotes and dances and like it's a huge universe, but the building, man, that's such a change that I was happy. So I've been liking it this season. I don't know. I'm into it.
Yeah. Their partnerships impress me. Impress the hell out of me. I mean, yeah, biggest game in the world and been that way for a bit. And just the partnerships with Disney.
They have Doctor Strange right now. That's this season's reward. If you get to level 100, you get Doctor Strange.
seeing
And
a
all of his like
stormtrooper.
little stuff and
Yeah, it's awesome. Seeing a stormtrooper fight a like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's great, dude. That's
I
cool.
play as Master Chief myself. I have a Master
There you
Chief
go,
skin.
man. Just the crossover like that's neat in itself. I mean, I've played a couple games of Fortnite just to as a gamer just to check it out. And
Yeah.
the building thing is what really was like. I don't want to build. I want to kill.
Yeah.
And
They added a couple other things, like the sprint's a little different. So you have like a stamina meter now that you can only sprint so much. You tire, but the sprinting is faster. You can climb a bit. So like if you get to a point that's like reasonable, you can pull yourself up,
okay, yeah, good.
which
Good.
it adds mobility to the game since they
Yeah.
took away building, which was the original mobility. But yeah, other than that, a couple games of Smite, and those are kind of been my off game rotations, but we're gonna have a new game to play.
Yeah. Tell me about it, Brew. What do you mean?
So, for all of those listeners and viewers at home, we put a poll up in the Dynasty of Terrio for the Dark Brew podcast. And we reached out. We said, let us know out of a list of games, a couple options of games, what you want Darkside and myself to play. Have you taken a look at the poll lately, Dark?
I am gonna go look right now. When I first saw the poll when you first put it up, I was like, wow, it's just me and Brew that looked at it because people and nobody else could look at it.
Brew
I was like, nobody's
Brew fucked
engaging.
up the permissions.
So I wanted to let it build a little bit until we got time and then look at it. So let me check this out right here. So
I
we
do
got
I do
wow,
want to
it's
say one
close.
thing. because I had to offer all the options below, like that's my like I put one of each so that it's easier for people to react with the correct emoji. I technically haven't voted because they're all me.
But right, okay. So but your vote, like it looks like Morrowind Oblivion's in the lead, so and that's the one you wanted to do, so right?
I mean, it was one I offered to the list. That's true.
But what did you want to vote on then?
But with so
come on,
much
now.
happening this off season and players changing teams,
Season, he's saying.
I kind of want to vote for some Madden. I want us to play a little Madden against each other.
That was my vote, and that was Crispy's vote. Crispy, shout out. Who else? I almost tapped my screen like it was fucking my phone. So, inches. Okay, so Felonious absolute. Wow. And then
So that would give that 5 votes, and then we'd have 5 votes still for Morrowind Oblivion. So it would be a tie.
now, how would we do that? I've played Morrowind. I mean, and Oblivion. And I think Oblivion would be the more fun game to actually engage with. Morrowind is so there's no.
It's just we're too far past it at technology at this point that I don't think it would be
it,
entertaining.
well, yeah, it. There's mods for so on PC you can mod it to play with your friends.
Oh wow!
Like multiplayer.
They made it
Yeah,
a MMO or just a couple friends in an instance.
Yeah, it's not an MMO. It's just a mod where you can connect and like be in the world and do the quest together and stuff.
Okay.
But you know they don't have that on console. But if you would play like Oblivion and then what we just do like a 2-3 hour maybe Saturday or something where I'm watching your down commenting or whatever. Or like watching it with you, or like how does that go on? How does that work?
So I'm considering making one night of my stream, just like a fun off game night. So like
Okay.
I stream generally Monday through Friday. This week's different as I'm traveling tomorrow. You guys will be hearing this on Monday, but I'll have traveled this weekend, so I didn't stream Thursday and Friday because I had to get ready to travel. But Fridays, I generally don't have any obligations. I generally don't sign up for trials, maybe a couple dungeons, but I don't have progs, I don't have cores, and I don't have guild events on Fridays. So I was considering, okay, we'll make that the off night that I can play this game either on stream if you want to watch, and then we can talk about it on the pod, or we could stream together if we're playing, a cooperative game or something like that.
Yeah.
Make it kind of like a podcasty themed night.
Well, if you vote for Madden, that's gonna time. And when are we cutting this off? When are we cutting off the voting?
I figured as this week since we're deciding what we're going to play. Unless we want to wait another week to see if we get one more vote that breaks that tie.
Listeners, go to the Discord, Dynasty of Tamriel. Go down to the DarkBrue podcast channel. Put in your vote. Okay, it's in the pinned messages. You might have to scroll over the pins or scroll up just a little bit. It's in there. Let us know because the time's running out and we want a game. So it's up to you. The power's in your hands.
We love gaming.
Yeah.
So help us decide what to play.
Yeah.
There's so many options. Game Pass is so expansive.
It's getting better and better too. More and more. And stuff stays up there for a good bit, unless it's like an indie game usually. I don't know how the deals work out with that and the developers. I don't know if they just have a contract for like however much time. They probably like that on the Game Pass, and then whatever shares they get or plays
I think it's
They get
probably
revenue.
plays or like interaction.
or downloads and interesting, huh? Nerdy stat stuff. I know you love it. I'm into it.
I'm a whore for the data. Love that shit.
He loves to spread those sheets, if you know what I mean.
In depth. In
So,
depth spreading sheets.
What about what other outside of the game? So Fortnite, big change. That might get me play with you a little bit, man. Honestly,
I'm about
uh,
it.
yeah.
Other than that, uh, just a couple games of Smite, and I still play Astroneer for an hour a week
Oh,
or something. Just a little hopping around. I really don't know what I'm doing too much in the game. Just kind of exploring. Like I figured out how to build stuff, so like I'm slowly progressing, but I'm
you've
not
been blown
really.
away by one of those storms yet? Been blown,
No,
been blown over rocks
I
and
have
shit.
died to oxygen deprivation a couple times.
That
Fancy way of
happens.
saying suffocating.
That happens on strange, desolate planets sometimes.
And like I have to then like find a way back to my body, pick up all the stuff that was on my backpack because, well, I traveled far for some of that stuff, and I need some of it to build the next item or whatever I'm trying to do.
Have you been able to get off planet yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
not yet. We're
Because
getting
you're
close
just
though.
you're just nipping away at it, and that's beautiful. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
it's just it's
little
a.
project.
I put very little time into it, and
Yeah,
it's
but
just to relax. I don't really have headphones on as I play it or anything. It's just
those
hanging out.
listeners out there, if you're not a super gamer, that's fine. If you just have one game you like, but it's nice if you have the time every once in a while, just try something new or dip your toes into something casual.
Yeah, you don't have to take everything hardcore like Darkside and I do. You
Mm.
can
It's a
just play
sickness.
one game every now and again. Life's busy, but gaming is great.
It's a lot of fun. Well, we got a whole buttload of new stuff for ESO to talk about.
Our
Right?
baby, our MMO mama.
The reason we're here to begin with, not on Earth, just the podcast. I
Nah,
mean,
I think I was made to play
I
ESO.
mean, God's gift to MMOs. Well, it's not ESO.
And
It's
I'm
me.
just average. I'm just mediocre. Yes, so much has changed, especially for us console folk, in the past, 2 weeks since we've recorded. But where where to begin, Darkside? I mean, do we start with the
Oh,
easy and
man.
just the update? PC's had it for a couple weeks now, but
Yeah.
we on console finally got these brand new dungeon arrows.
Yeah. What do you think about the new dungeons? Let's start there. The big two. Um, Shipwright's Regret and the Coral Eyrie.
Aerie.
You just got to do it with a Scottish accent, so you can't get
Aerie.
it wrong. Eyrie.
Aerie.
Eyrie. He's right in the middle, right defense on. Actually, Vlad corrected me. He said it's not Eyrie, it's Eyrie. I said, okay.
Aerie.
Thank you, Vlad.
Cool. Aerie.
Yeah, what do you got in the new dungeons, right?
I've not.
Oh, what?
I know.
I didn't know
Heartbreaking.
that.
Heartbreaking. Patch drop Tuesday. I've been very wrapped up in my full-time gig this week.
And it's clean Xbox.
And yes, I've been a bit under the
You
weather with some
can't right
allergies.
now. I don't want to make him. He's still a beautiful, beautiful man, no matter. But he's got two huge. And God bless you for showing your video to me when you didn't want to. You felt like crap, but he's a trooper for being here, folks. He's sacrificing his health for you, and he's got two huge Kleenexes stuffed up each, or one in each nostril right now. And God love him.
It helps with the conversation that we both see the face. I find it rude that I didn't. But it helps me
Yeah.
not sniffle while recording the podcast. Because I am a sniffler. I hate blowing my nose.
I will screenshot this though. Hold on, where is that?
Drag my face through the mud.
No. That's a beautiful thing that you could just flash it real quick during the YouTube video. But he's not gonna do that. But
So yes,
Yes.
this week has been occupied with some IRL stuff. So Tuesday I got on just to run my event. I streamed a bit. Wednesday was core. And I also had a shorter stream. And then here we are today. I got on for core, and here we're recording the podcast. And then I leave tomorrow morning to fly to Texas for the
Busy
weekend.
man. Busy
So
man.
busy IRL life.
Well, I can't discount you for that. I cannot hold that against you. The new dungeons, they'll be there. They'll be there. They're not going anywhere.
I know, but I'm sad I missed the excitement of patch day.
That first day.
Patch day. I just
I
wiped
always feel
this
like I'm a
week.
little more excited than anybody. I'm always like, yeah, let's do them all day long. And then people are like,
Well, you know, I'm a
today.
huge hype man for ESO. I
Mm-hmm.
love supporting my boys at ZOS. Yeah, there's issues, but damn it, I love this game. They keep
We'll get
giving
into
me
the
more.
issues. The new dungeons are cool, though. I'll just say the Shipwright's Regret and the Coral place.
Have
A lot
you
of
run them a
going on
lot?
in there. I gave a couple hard mode tugs. Didn't really have the, middle of the week. Didn't really have the people at the time to really hash it out that much. But cool dungeons. Yeah,
Cool
new stuff
mechanics
in
to
there.
look forward to.
Yeah. The hards are hard. Yeah, some coordination, but like you can see the mechs for most of the stuff on the non-hard stuff. Yeah, not bad. And some hidden bosses. The hidden bosses are ridiculously easy. I'll have to say that though.
Oh,
Especially
really?
in the Coral place. There's one boss. It's the easiest boss in the game, I think. It's a healer.
So you
I
just
promise.
interrupt
And
the
he's
cast
pink out.
heal.
All he does is put out pink stuff in most of the room, but you have plenty of room and just don't stand in it. And nobody's in danger.
That's it. You avoid one AOE and you're good.
It's just he puts down like 3 or 4 or 5, and they're kind of big, and that's it. Just stay out of the pink. And
Do they move? Nothing?
No.
Oh God.
Then they go away, and he puts more out, and that's it. You just don't stand in that. They're cool though. The little water themes. There's one in Somerset.
That's the Coral Airy.
Coral. Airy.
Airy.
Blame Blad if we're not saying that right.
Airy. The Coral Airy.
Right. And Irie's something else, though, I think. Maybe not.
And
No.
how many times have you run them? A good bit?
I ran them today, so I'm on normal up in farm. But yeah, I've run them on vet a couple times each,
Okay.
2 or 3 each. Yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, I'm excited to get in there at some point. And what's funny is I even avoided them on PC forever because I do have an account there. And I avoided the dungeons because I didn't want to see them yet. I was like, no, we're waiting for the console. God damn it, Xbox first.
What's self-control? And
I even got placed in one for a random. I left.
they're like, no,
I said, no, I will not do this dungeon.
not my time yet.
Just
I don't
not,
like cool new
not
stuff
yet. Not yet.
Well, you're in for a treat, and I think you'll enjoy them. With all the coral stuff. What about we had the reef lovers or whatever crates come out today? New crates.
New
What'd you
crates.
think? What's your ideas on all the
So
barnacle stuff?
I like it and I hate it. I
Yeah.
like it because I'm considering making a sea themed tune, like making it water themed. I know there's no water type per se, or class, or enchants. Like the water is not an element used in the game yet. But I like the aesthetic that you could, as long as you decked it head to toe,
Mm-hmm.
it would look good.
Right, yeah, it's perfect. And I was saying, and we were kind of talking about it in guild chat just a little while ago. It's cool for that thing, for what it's going for. Really cool, not my thing. And a couple of people are saying that it's not.
Yeah.
Like Crispy was like, it's not my thing, but it's cool for what it is. And not all concrete stuff that comes out like that is that like that. Some of it's just awful, and I hate it. Like, this is just different, and it's the coral stuff, but I don't want a horse that has fish floating around it. I think that's neat, and they're kind of branching out maybe a little bit more with their designs.
I
just
like
the
with
art.
that. It's just when they branch out more, it's tough to incorporate it into an already existing style or
Or model.
theme. Yeah, it's different. I don't know. It's just different. But the animations are cool. They're detailed. They're well done. They're well done.
Mm.
I was looking at those mounts. I was looking at the skin. The skin looks cool. I'm thinking about making a lizard. Just if I were to get some of these crates. But we'll see. We'll see.
Like somebody giving you.
Did you see the
a
shield,
thing.
though? The shield is pretty cool.
Oh, the style.
Yeah, the shield style. Big.
No,
It's a
I did.
big shield.
Actually, I didn't really look at the at that pack. Pretty cool, huh?
Big shield. I like big shields.
Like a tower shield, I think is what they call them.
It's not square, though. Tower shields tend to be square, long,
Yeah,
squarish.
it's just
It's
big.
got some curve to it, but man, it's hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
Dude, there are some shields that's like just a little buckler on your little forearm here. Good luck.
That's the one I picked. I picked like the little, you know how the Breton in the style page it says like Breton Shield 1, 2, 3, and the
Yeah,
one's
you
like
picked one.
tiny.
It is
When I,
just this
when I
little
the first hard mode I ever tanked, I think Bloodroot. I have this little buckler. I got you in this huge sword.
I'm a real
Yeah.
tank.
Just hide behind my shield.
E.
We're boned. Yeah. Did you see the? Have you seen Princess Bride? Not to bring you back into this, but the Dread Pirate Roberts. They have his like hat or
Have I seen what?
The Princess Bride movie, famous as you wish. Anyway, the Dread Pirate Roberts. Everybody else, all the other listeners went over. But there's a for 40 crown gems or one of the prizes from the loot crates. A little pirate bandana and mask like Zorro.
Oh, the Zorro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like Zorro. It's yeah, but I think they're going for the pirate more
I like that.
twist on it.
That I could use on other tunes.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
A little pirate themey. I like.
You gonna buy some of these crates?
I'll probably buy like 15 and just kind of see where it puts me. See what I get to work with.
I'm just gonna win them all on your stream.
I might do it as a stream thing. Maybe on a big giveaway night, I'll also treat myself and get some crown crates.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. A little aquarium. The skins I'm not so hot about. The Avatar blue skin Navi. That's what it reminds me of. There's yellow cat eyes though.
Oh yeah, saw them.
That glow. Those are pretty dope.
Those are
A
cool.
Little crazy eye action. A little Will Smith at the Oscars crazy eye action.
Those
We're
were
just gonna
great.
brush past that, aren't we?
I did love all the jokes in Guild Chat, all the Will Smith jokes, because they ran rampant over the internet this week. Rampant, dude.
That's what the internet's for. Finally,
It was
the
gorgeous
true purpose
to
is
see how
realized.
fast and how effectively funny
it's-
memes, songs, beats, so much.
This is a story all about how my
Yeah,
Chris Rock
so that
made
one.
fun of my wife not for having hair, and
Oh,
it's
jeez.
wild. Look at the 2022 shaping up to be wild, son. Wild year. So Crown Crates aside, the new patch stuff got to parsing too earlier. Finally got all my medium gear on.
How'd you do a sustain?
Well, actually, I didn't really get into parsing with all the medium stuff. I
Okay.
just got my perfected Basai set finished like yesterday, so I went back in with the two-hander now, on my back bar, and kind of got the two. It's really not that bad. I'm actually having problems with too much mag, and I'm running like Bewitched.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to. That's gonna up my damage when I figure out that little thing, because it was a little laggy tonight.
you don't use
Parse
Ghastly
blocker.
Eyeball when you parse?
No, not last couple patches, because with the Templar you don't really need it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
There's been
I
some
haven't.
lag in the game though since patch.
Been weird stuff. You know, this disappearing boss thing has been a thing for a minute, right?
Yeah, I'm
But
surprised that's still happening. I really
Castle
thought that would have
Thorn,
been addressed in the patch.
you think Castle Thorn's fixed? I don't.
I doubt it.
I haven't checked it yet. But like those of you who don't know, the last boss of Castle Thorn with the ring, you have to follow around. It's broken, usually for like 1, 2 players or something like that. Um, but we're nitpicking some of this stuff, but some of the stuff's really annoying.
Have you had a cube bug? I haven't been on too much, but
Yes,
the dungeon bug's still there? Q
a
dungeon?
lot. Yeah, yeah, pretty frequent.
Ugh.
And as
Come
we
on,
just
Dawson.
looked, or you had the link right here, and we'll throw it down in the links, or in the description if you want to check it out. It kind of explains what's going on
It's a
lately
very
with
long
workers.
post from Matt
Yeah.
Fuhrer at
Thanks, Matt.
Zoss. And it kind of goes through what happened. He specifically is addressing PC. Because PCNA had a hell of a time with this patch. People were upset. Because when their patch hit, it was during the Explorers event, Adventurer event. Which was a big deal because we had double drops. We had double resource node, or double
It was
gold,
only a
double
week.
resource nodes, and double XP. Yeah, and it was, 5 days or whatever. And I like this post because it's so in depth. I'm glad it was owed to the community, kind of explaining the technology that's holding them back.
Why not explain it? Why not be transparent with the stuff? You're making so much money off us. Anyway.
At the end, he kind of summarized it for you, though, a TLDR. That update 33, which is this newest update, yeah, happened, and they started investigating a bunch of stuff, but pretty much they think they found the root of the issue. It wasn't related to update 33, account-wide achievements, or DB sharding, the database sharding. Although they're saying it's coincidence, pretty much, that it happened at the same time. I find that a little hard to believe. You change something, it got worse. That's a pretty clear cause and effect. But we're saying it's coincidental that the update 33 implementing these new server things are causing this negative reaction. Regardless, they're giving us something in return. If they're nice enough to give it to all players, not just the PC players. We get 150% XP scrolls. Whew. Whew. It gets you hot and bothered. Those are nice. There's a couple hundred CP. Thank you. If you use them most effectively.
I think they could give out better consolation kits. Yeah.
As well as we get triple the number of weekly endeavors starting the day this will release, actually, the Monday, April 4th. But basically that means one weekly is worth triple, so you better do your weekly that week.
Endeavor Points just bought me a Radiant, so save them up.
Yeah.
Took about a year, but
That's right. It's been about a
lot.
year since they implemented that system, huh?
Yeah, more. Right about that.
Huh. You think that's not enough? What else would you have liked to see?
What if they just, for PC, what if they just were like, here's 10 CP levels for everybody?
Whew. Whew. Just give people levels? It means more to some than it does to others.
Right. Well, at what XP scrolls are.
That's how you give someone levels at whatever rate they're at.
You're basically saying you couldn't play, so here's
that XP and a consumable.
But like 10 CP levels is not much over the grand scheme. But it's also going.
But you can get so much more than 10 CP using those 150 scrolls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What about 20 CP levels or whatever that you think they equal to? You know what I'm saying? Just as a
You don't want
benevolent
us to
thing.
put in the work of getting the XP.
No, but they didn't put in the work of making their game run.
So
I don't know.
yes, you want free,
I'm
but
trying to
you just want the level boost.
XP scrolls. I can go make a few for nothing.
Well, there's something. And if you
but
think they're nothing, you could be selling those, just so you know.
I guess I think people's time wasted, especially if it's something, it doesn't equal out to some flimsy scrolls to me. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Call me old
They're only
school.
a minute.
I like to just have
Better than
fucking
nothing.
money.
Yeah, what if
Give
they sent
me
money?
currency of some sort. Money. Pay me.
PC so overinflated. Anyway.
Give me crowns. Fuck it.
Crown crates. What if they gave you
Yeah,
five crown crates?
here's a
right?
4-pack of crown crates, you know? Sorry.
That's better than XP scrolls because you can get XP scrolls out of crown crates, you know. So
And knowing
Give me-
Sauce, they might be rigged. So you're guaranteed to get the scrolls and potions out of them.
that seems like a very exhausting to happen.
No,
Not
it's
gonna be- gonna be
RNG.
great.
Dark
Full of
side.
scrolls.
Dark side, it's RNG. Come
There's an
on.
RNG. There is an RNG manipulator fucking control. A little toggle. I swear to God. Swear to God. And they're watching me sometimes. They hear me. They hear me when I criticize them. Like, flip that little toggle. Fucking can't get my lead. Conspiracy.
I do still need one DSA lead. That's the
Yeah.
other reason I haven't been in the new dungeons is I have to make a decision with my game time.
Because you were so frivolous with the game time you've had the last few months.
No, I had limited time this week. So I had to decide, do I do the new dungeons or do I keep trying to grind this lead out in Dragonstar? And I picked keep trying to grind the damn lead out. And RNGesus has not been kind.
Happens.
I have gotten the other leads, which is good. I just need that last Dragonstar one.
It took me 8 times. Gerb got it first. Classy Gerb got it first try. He's like, I got it. And I love when it's just the nature of the game and how we are. Like when we get something early, we're like, oh, that's awesome. And you want to share that information even with somebody it's taken 20 times with, right? I got it first try. And you're like, so happy for you.
Congrats. Yay.
I had to farm the kilt before they made it easy to farm. And let me tell you, folks, that took time that I didn't, you know.
I was
that
looking for those fucking nerd roots, water nodes,
12 hours.
everywhere.
It's worth it though. That kilt's badass, man.
Yeah, the kill is pretty awesome. I walked around Shadowfen for so long.
Was that your first mythic? You didn't get mythics when they came out. You didn't.
No,
care,
I didn't
right?
care. I said,
Bruce just doesn't
call
care
me
about
old
mythics.
school, but I like monster sets. There's already 100 monster sets to choose from. They're adding more all the time. And you generally don't run a monster set if you're running a mythic. Now that I know that's not true, you're going to have people, what are you talking about, bro? You can have fucking front bar, back bar, monster set, and a mythic.
He's been reading the YouTube comments.
Yeah, I get that. But traditionally, in PvE content, you're not running all that. That's a PvP thing.
Right. If you're, yeah.
So
There may be something here and there.
I
where
do
you
have
wanna-
2 mythics already. Not only do I have the kill, I have the Bring the Wild Hunt. And that's only because I naturally picked up those leads somehow.
That's a great one, though. That's such a useful one that people don't really utilize, I think, in the game. You can throw that ring on for a certain fight, take it right back off after the fight's over. That's the beauty of gear that's removable. And, you know, it can get you like Fang Lair hard mode or Fang Lair, just whatever at the end. Like moving around is the most important thing in staying alive. So speed helps you do that. It's not all about, it is about damage. You're not losing that much damage, especially in running
That
around.
fight's not a crazy burn fest, though, you know?
No, exactly.
It's not burn until you hit that final exi. And even then, you still got to worry about, you don't want to stack those bone Goliaths.
You can nuke. I believe you can nuke the Riverkin. This side note, we're getting off, but like I think there's a way to nuke him where you can ignore the bone cloth as long as the tank gets him to move around. Where you can just throw your
Just
stuff
hammer
down,
it and only do the corners once, the cleanse once.
Well, maybe, yeah, I probably do. This
If there
cleanse
was
comes
enough
fast,
deeps,
though.
I think you could. If there was enough,
With Balor, you just right when he goes to the middle for that,
yeah,
throw
just rain
everything
hell
down
on
there,
them.
and then just don't even worry about the Colossus. The tank grabs him, and then you just keep nuking
All
him
you're
before the
doing is
ball.
walls and damage. Yeah.
I'm sure it's been done, but anyway.
Anyway.
I loved Mythics. I went right after him, got as many as I could. I was like, you're giving me an item in the game where I could go get it without having to deal with pugging Claglord. Like a mythic piece. Even though they weren't all useful and they still aren't all that useful. Vampire Lord's
But you're
Embrace.
right. None drop from trials, huh? Huh.
Well, the leads don't even, right?
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, at no point do you have to do a trial for any of the leads.
Not that I can
Or an
remember.
arena. Oh, no, arenas. Solo arena? Does anything drop in Maelstrom or Vadishran
No, I don't think so.
for a mythic?
There may be. No. There.
So it's only 4-man
No.
content in PvP. And
And
in open
Overlands.
world.
Yeah.
Overland.
Yeah,
Huh.
they made it very accessible, and it was fun hunting them down and just getting them, just having them. Even though I didn't use most of them.
Still don't use most of them. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. That's the beauty of it. There's going to be a patch and this gets tweaked. Now, this is the new meta. Congrats. I already got it. Or can easily reconstruct it.
Yeah, they're cheap to remake, at least. Well, we're dealing with all these problems in the game, but I mean that's just kind of the nature of the beast right now. But with the new content and everything, I'm encouraged to see what kind of rolls out here soon. Am I wrong? Don't they have a zone story that starts before the June release?
Yes, there should be a prologue quest. I haven't gone looking for it yet. But there should be a prologue quest
I was thinking so too. I haven't.
that it
Get
takes
into
place
that.
in the already existing zones. But
Somerset probably.
yeah, it gives you the hint of how the story is going to start, what's happening in the story for the June release.
You can usually start though from the guild store, the
Crown store.
crown store, yeah. And I didn't see anything, so maybe they released that in like May, something.
I'll tell you what though, the load screen, the home screen, the character select screen,
Oh, cool.
gorgeous. I love the aesthetic of this year.
And the music, always listen out for the cool. Yeah, you gotta listen to it. How it's like your volume goes to 1,000 right when the game starts up. You're like, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Push the A button. Yeah, it's cool. We're into the water people.
Getting excited for a card game yet?
Not as excited as you, I think.
We're already being nerds playing this MMO, but I challenge you to a card duel.
I have card duels set to decline. Duel me, bro. 1v1 me.
Dude,
Come on.
fucking lay the cards down. Let's get it.
Yugi ESO.
You gonna catch these cards, dude?
That's a good one. He's cheating.
Let me take a
Got
look.
an ice up his pants.
Quest starters? You're right. There's not one here. Just the Jester Festival.
So, it's interesting. I don't know.
Huh. Maybe
Yeah,
after
it's a
the
little-
event.
Maybe. And Jubilee's coming up like right after, right? Pretty close.
Jubilee. We already had Jubilee.
There's Jubilee coming up after the Jesters. Right?
I thought Jubilee's in winter.
Aren't there two?
Oh, maybe.
Because last year, because of the Jesters and Jubilee, I ranked up so much in those 2 months because it's nonstop grinding XP. And I think I got 400 total CP between those two events. than the little month and a half they were last year.
Anniversary Jubilee, early April.
Yeah. That's double
Near
XP, and that
7
has
year
all the cool
experience. Oh.
resources and loot. I still don't have my drunk personality. Can you please put that back on the store, Zos? Thank you.
I love my drunk personality.
I know I love watching yours. I'm jealous.
I put it on my tank because that's generally the only time I tank. After having a few, Bruce says, "You
Got a
know
match?
what? I'll tank it. Fuck it."
Bruce had a few, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll tank it.
Yeah.
No worries. You're a good tank."
Oh, no shit. I share a birthday with ESO release date?
So it's April 4th, huh?
I didn't know that. Aw. ESO and I are birthday buddies. I told you I was made for ESO. God crafted me in the ESO image, dude. He knew.
That's amazing.
So I'm reading an article and it suggests some other events that could happen. Unconfirmed but likely. The Explorer celebrations, so they hit on that one.
Uh-huh.
One's Bounties of Blackwood. Lost Treasures of Skyrim, okay. An Orsinium celebration. And an ESO Play for Free event.
Well, Orsinium happened last year.
Yeah, I don't think Orsinium is going to get another celebration this year.
God.
I do think they might do something for either Skyrim or Blackwood. For either of those DLCs.
Well, they had the Blackwood pretty recently, right? They had a little celebration week. Blackwood, everything. Remember that last year? Late summer. Early fall, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Big
but
game.
like that was a huge release. The Blackwood release.
Well, right now, Do Daly's new furnishing plans got released in Deadlands style, and they're
Oh.
at the Fargrave Dailies. You do those.
Oh.
That started yesterday. So there's they're selling for like 150K, 100K right now.
Oh.
Just to let y'all know, by the time you hear this, probably would have dropped a little bit in prices. But there is new stuff from those rewards from the Fargrave Dailies. So get on it. What are you waiting for? Come on. Come on now. I don't know what's going on. I'm all hopped up on coffee, man. It's good stuff.
I love events. I'm sad I can't take as much advantage of the Jesters event as I wanted to, but oh well. The Jubilee events where you make the real money.
Yeah, it's good if you grind it out. Do 50 dailies on each tune. I think that's the max, 50. 50 dailies. And there's somewhat many more dailies in the game than that.
Oh yeah, there's hundreds. We should go around and count one day.
Yeah,
That's something I would
do
do.
it.
I wonder how
Let's do
many
it.
dailies there are.
Probably going to hit up Reddit before I do that.
Yeah, that's fair. Just Google it first.
Explain to me like I'm 5. How many dailies are there?
Well,
That's good stuff, man. Also, I do believe. Okay, so I mean the listeners, the audience has spoken, I believe, and they love you getting part of the cinematic world that you haven't experienced yet. I love it. I love it. It's just amazing when we mention something like Forrest Gump, like we have, or this and that, and you're like, never seen it. And then the reaction usually, if we're in guild chat around other people, is what from like 5, 6 people, and then Brew reacts like, leave me alone, okay?
it's a solid, like, if you mention a movie to me, there is probably a 90% chance I haven't seen it.
But that's
If
amazing.
it's older than 2000, it might be like, yeah, around 90%. If it's a newer movie, it might lower to like, okay, there's probably a 60% chance I haven't seen
The
it.
odds go up if it's modern, but you know,
But they're still not good.
no, I don't. And that's the whole purpose.
Yeah,
So
everyone
of
just
this
gets
whole thing,
fucking blown away. Brew, are you serious? Yeah, man. I start cringing as soon as someone goes, "Have you seen?" Oh no. Here we go. I know it's
because
gonna
everybody knows what
happen.
the answer is going to be,
Yeah, like
and
sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
well, I think we should parlay that into a new segment. Don't know what you call it, but
New segment alert.
Bruce learning Bruce Theater School or something. But we'll, I think every couple weeks or so, maybe we'll hash it out. But we'll have a poll, and we'll have a few options of some major movies that you think, we think, whatever. And Brew gets to chime in too with his vote because he's known of a lot of these movies. Some maybe not, but getting him into there with us so we can discuss and then we can debrief, figure out if it was worth it to actually watch whatever movie we pick. So I think we might do a poll or something like that. Put a poll up.
Yeah, I think so. Similar to how we did with the games.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll up, a reaction poll, and react with your vote.
And we probably won't do it every week. That's a lot to put on Brew. He's a busy man, doing a lot of stuff, but that's a lot of hours to go watching movies on
Yeah.
the side.
But I'm happy to watch new movies.
And I'll rewatch them too, so that we're fresh on it. We can discuss this
Ooh, I
stuff.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Solidarity.
So, guys, keep your eyes out for that, and we'll make it a whole segment, make it a whole thing. All you
Just a little.
people who want to educate me on the world of fine cinema media.
Yeah. Help us help Brew.
I've apparently missed out on a lot of love, adventure, murder.
White men not being able to jump.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
factual things. Apparently, I've missed out on a lot.
Cultural references to just the cultural, the zeitgeist
I
of
get
like
by.
what you're good at it. You're so in touch, but to be that even more and to go, oh, that's what this is from. Oh, it can, and it, there's a lot in there. Really a lot.
Isn't that supposed to naturally happen as I get older? Or is it too much to catch up on that I'll just never understand every reference?
No, I mean it's just all ties together, just like humanity, this and that. You might go, oh, okay, that movie that we're referencing this other thing, or just whatever it is, or you hear somebody in life go this, and you never knew what that meant, and then it clicks, and you go, oh.
Oh. And then I try and pass that on to someone, and someone goes, I don't know what the fuck that old man just said to me. And then one day it clicks for that kid as he gets older. Okay. And you pass it
I
on.
feel like the idiot when like Toasty or Gerb, they're quoting all these things, even from movies I've seen, but they know them so well,
Ooh.
and maybe a lot
Big
of stuff I
quote
don't
guys.
know.
Big quote guys.
Yeah,
Gerb
and I'm like,
especially.
I don't know.
And it's like,
Gerb's so
man,
good at
that's a deep cut. Like I don't know it like that.
So how you feel with the movies, that's how I feel when I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, Gerb. And he's like, what? I don't know.
You can do that for some TV shows. I know them that in depth.
And TV's where I'm probably lacking on some of the bigger ones, like The Wire and other stuff I've never seen that I would, because that is an investment. Like on
That's a
series.
serious, yeah. You're same wavelength. That's a serious amount of shit to go say, oh, I'll watch a series.
I'll
That's
see
going
you
to
next
take
month.
months,
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
depending on
But
the
I
amount of
think-
time you put behind it.
I think it'll be fun, man. I think it'll be fun. It'll be enriching, enlightening for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Our beautiful listeners, and we thank you so much for biting with us every week. I couldn't make it last week, so you put that on me, but I wanted to be there. I promise you.
Hey man, I used the break well too. It was, day off for me.
Yeah.
Goes a long way. So yeah, but we're back. We're having it happen. You know what I did think about while we were talking? There is a game that's highly on my radar that I want to play.
What's that?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah, that looks pretty fun, right?
It looks like a blast, and I want to try it.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland from the Borderlands intellectual property. It was she was a side character who had her. They had him like a little fantasy world kind of setting from one of their games where it kind of branched off. It was so popular they made a whole game from it. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, where you can go do your gun matching over 1 billion combination of guns or whatever they say in this world, right? In this fantasy world. It looks really fun.
Yeah,
It really actually does.
I was a fan of the Borderlands series. I never went hard. First of all, I was way late to it.
Never too late, but
I
yeah,
found Borderlands 2 and 3 after playing the pre-sequel. And I played the Borderlands pre-sequel.
Oh, okay.
Because I got the pack, the Handsome collection.
Handsome Jack.
I got it on some crazy sale that I got all 3 of the games. I said, all right, why the fuck not? That's a great deal. I've heard great things about Borderlands. My buddies love it, so I'll give it a go. So I played the pre-sequel, loved it, had a good time. But then I went back and played bits of the others. But I never got fully invested in the story and what's going on. I know some characters, but this seems right up my alley. The Fantasyland, love that. I did like the Borderlands fighting style. I liked that. That was cool. The artwork is
campy
cool
as hell. I heard the humor's really good in this one.
Yeah.
'Cause you either like Borderlands or you kind of don't. It's kind of the way I look at it. But I do. I think it's a fun franchise. It's just you like shooting and putting different guns together, which I love. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. When you gonna get into that soon?
So I think that's going to be a game I play as an off game.
I'd love to watch you stream that. I'll be honest.
I wonder if there's an audience for it. There probably is, since it's a new game. But we got other things we got to stream. We got ESO shit happening. We got core
It's
groups
so
that are
much.
trying to get Vast 2.
Woo.
We got my other core is working in VCR right now, which is great. I always love reps in VCR. We need that Reliquins gear now too. So, okay, here we go, VCRs. Let's get people geared out. And then we got progs, and there's a new prog. I was asked to be in another prog. It hasn't found all the members, but we'll see if it forms.
I think I may have heard rumors. I may know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
We'll see.
yeah.
I like progs. It's just, hard to find time. I do have a busy schedule. But that'll be a second prog. So then it'll be 2 cores, 2 progs, and that's pretty comfortable. It's about what I like with 3 guild events a week. It's nice.
Yeah.
Plenty of ESO. But hey, we got to make sure, one, our viewers/listeners vote on the poll. Plugging it again. Check the Discord. Check the poll. Please vote. We loved the interaction. Comment on the YouTube. Like, subscribe us. Do all the things. We appreciate it.
Yeah. We want to know what we want you. You're the reason we do this, everybody out there. And the interactions what gets us excited to do more new cool stuff. So I love it.
Anything else going on?
Nothing at all in the world.
Well, I mean, just the slap.
I was wondering.
Just the slap. Heard round the world.
What do you think about that? Just
hot take coming in. Will Smith's being a bitch.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. That's it.
Come on, man. You were laughing at the joke first.
That's a weird thing. Okay,
They
somebody
got a
summed it
weird
up.
situation.
Somebody summed it up real nice. Will Smith goes up, slaps Chris Rock for a joke that was the most timid joke in the world. Slaps Chris Rock, cusses him out, wins
Wins best
wins best
actor.
actor in the world. Doesn't thank his wife. Doesn't apologize to Chris Rock. Thanks to the Academy. It just
Weird.
it. If y'all don't know the history of what happened with Will and his wife and the dude that was fucking his wife, last like through a little bit and all drama that came before this, you probably don't have the perspective of he is a bitch. Will Smith is now. He got cucked, got embarrassed, but he loves that woman so much that now he's on the defensive that he projects his inadequacies all up on Chris Rock's face, knowing that Chris Rock would not bow up back up to him. You think he'd have slapped Idris Elba like that?
No. No way. There's a lot of people on that list that if they were on that stage, Will Smith is just staying there laughing at the joke and moving right along.
And
Yeah.
then Jade is going, "Why didn't you didn't say something later that night?"
There's all kinds of
knows?
drama and
It's fucked up.
some people get all caught up in it. Some people they live for these moments because they now inform the general mass who didn't care or know about the backstory. They're like, oh, let me tell you about this relationship. They've been
Yeah, we don't
waiting.
know. I mean,
That's like if the
we really don't know
Kardashians
what's
make the
going on.
news. Like so many girls can be like, oh, let me fill you in on what's happening with the Kardashians and the build up to this. It's hilarious.
It's weird.
But hey, I
All
love
of these
memes.
people are weird, but
And there were good memes that came out of it.
you got a standing ovation at the end. Like, when keeping it real goes wrong. Well,
You want to talk sports? Basketball's happening in the world right now.
what is basketball? Oh yeah, basketball's getting towards the playoffs. And I haven't. You know what? I can't care about basketball. I haven't even been able to watch the finals like the last few years, which I would always at least catch some of tail end of the playoffs and whatever. But I can't
Any sports?
Not back.
Any summer sports for you? Do you like
Football
baseball?
draft's coming up. Hey.
Okay, you're just NFL and college all the time.
Yeah,
Cool.
kind of how I roll these days. I mean, I'll check in on the Cubs. I don't even know half their players anymore.
Every season I kind of relearn. I'm sorry, I'm getting messages.
You know,
I
so popular.
relearn the Phillies lineup. And it's like, all right, we got some old heads I remember. We got a lot of new players. Let's see how we do this year. I try and make it to a couple games here and there. They're generally pretty cheap because the Phillies aren't a great team, but we make a run every now and again. We've won a World Series in the last 20 years, so whatever. We're relevant.
When I was your age, I could probably tell you. I could tell you at least a handful of players on any sports team besides hockey, maybe in the U.S. I kept up a lot more. As you get older, I guess it just depends. Sports fanatic all the way around. Probably keep up a little bit more than average, but man, it's just no. I don't know if there's something about being older than the athletes you're watching that changes things for certain people. For football, it doesn't really matter to me, but other sports it kind of did. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't know. That's personal.
Your
but
perspective must change. I mean, absolutely.
it happens in life, on different stuff. I'd still go to any sporting event and check it out, like live.
Oh,
what I mean?
any live sporting event would be fun. Honestly, I could go to any live sporting event at this point. I also did that growing up, though. I went to my brother's sporting event. It's just what I did. Mostly I was dragged along because I could, I'm a child. I'm at the whim of my parents and their vehicle.
Yeah.
But hey, it got me into watching sports. Spent hours watching my brother play Play soccer. A lot of soccer.
Soccer live is a lot more fun. I think you watch the interactions going on like all over the field.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch my girlfriend play soccer all the time, be at every game. She was ruthless too. She'd slide tackle the shit out of people from behind.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Just get a little ball in there and you're fine.
You know, I bought her a $300 pair of like kangaroo leather soccer shoes too.
Kangaroo leather.
Yeah, it sounded expensive and fun. Like I might get laid. So I was like, yeah.
That's worth some pussy.
Here's some shoes. But yeah, sports is cool. It's kind of the lull for me. You know, I'm a football fan, so this time of year I'm just kind of waiting. I will be about the draft, getting into that, and then I'm waiting for another 3 months till training camp, whatever.
All right, that's all I got for today then. Yeah.
We are tapped out.
God, there's so much going on in ESO though. It's so much fun. I can't get over it.
I was actually enjoying parsing earlier, just until it was kind of getting janky. Just because I know it's like, oh, it's the new fresh. I went and hit 85, like pretty snappy, and I was like, okay, well at least that'll count for the lower end of whoever needs. But I think I'm gonna really push my other tunes, because now with the sharing achievements, that was my thing, to keep it on my plar the whole time, doing a lot of stuff, because I would want to get something here and there, like I did with my Stand Blade or whatever. So now I'm a little bit more prodded to go out there. We talked about how this change would affect people. Well, people were upset in the end game, whatever. My thing is, well, now it makes me open up want to go do more stuff on different tunes, because
yeah. It's based on comp now. It's based on what play style you want to play. You're not bound to any one character.
Right. And with the specializations and so many optimizations for groups, it's like the better variety you have, the more flexible you are, adaptable. Hey, it's fun. It's fun optimizing like that in different ways and just playing with different tunes. So I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm excited.
I'm happy you're happy.
And I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy. It's a circle of life.
All right. Well, thank you, listeners, as always, for tuning in this week.
Mm-hmm.
Check me out on Twitch. I stream Monday through Friday. Generally start around 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern, depending on the night. Maybe a little later, maybe a little sooner. But twitch.tv/BrueCru.
You can check me out. I'm going to start streaming some too. Twitch.tv. Not as much as Brew. Check him out first. But the same twitch.tv/ I guess, darkside with a Y _69. That's what I changed it to.
Nice.
I think I'm going to stick off to 69 if I want to
Fucking
stream more.
nice.
Maybe not.
Own it, dude. Own it if you want to. You could be like Gerb and make it classy Gerb 69, and then it's like, well, it's classy and a 69. That's fun.
Gentleman Darkside. Circumstance.
There you go.
My name.
Bet. I'll give you a follow.
Hell yeah. Follow for a follow.
He says as a VIP and subscriber in my channel. All right, and as always, check us out on the YouTube, guys. The link will be below. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like on the YouTube. You can comment on the YouTube. It's a good place. We add some visuals. Not a bunch because I don't have too much time, but the more you're there, the more I see it, the more I'll be driven to do more for it.
Even if you can't watch, stop by and leave a like so we know the engagement's there, and then we'll put more time into making the visual stuff component a thing.
Even more and more.
You're gonna want that, because it'll show us that you care, and then we'll be able to get in there.
There's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of things we can do, but if it's only for, no offense, but if we're getting one like on a video, that's not super encouraging. Yeah. So we'll keep it to the audio. We'll do some stuff, but so yeah, check us out there, guys, and thank you for listening.
from the bottom of our butts. We love you. See you next time.